Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to this Friday's update. And I will tell you that as this year begins to wind down and we move into the holiday season, I wish to extend a great holiday welcome to each and every one of you. I will tell you that when a year begins to wind down, you have to reflect on, what did I do this year? What did I accomplish this year? Did I accomplish the goals that I set for 2019? And am I playing full on? And am I taking advantage of every opportunity that comes to me? Because part of your magnetic resonance is dependent upon taking advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. For you to be confident, we're going to get into confidence in a moment, for you to be confident to move forward with your abilities, to manifest your successes, whatever that success means to you, because it's different for everyone, and you can't live your life based on someone else's definition, if you will, of what success truly is. I will tell you that we are witnessing some true success inside the Global Information Network, and we're having some tremendous success by individuals who are taking advantage of an opportunity of the sponsoring program that we've had going on since our last major event in August. And that was a sponsoring bonanza, if you will. It's turned into one of sponsoring either 3 people, 5 people, 8 people, or 10 people, and recouping a benefit of $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, or $10,000. And the details of that are available in previous Friday updates. They're also available. If you have a question about it, you can always email us at support@genunited.com. And we'll be glad to answer those questions for you, because this particular sponsoring bonus, you want to become eligible by the 31st of December. By the 31st of December. Because there are some tremendous announcements and rewards and additional opportunities that will be available for you in 2020. So make sure that you look that up, invite others into the club. You see, it's a perfect time of year when you're going to be at those parties and those social gatherings and events, and people always say, how have you been? How's it going? How's your life? You have so many great opportunities right then to mention, well, you know, one of the greatest things I did in 2019 was to join the Global Information Network. Maybe one of your answers to that is, I actually began to take advantage and apply myself to something I've been involved with for years. You see, there are many, many different ways to enter into the conversation about your success and about how great 2019 has been and how you're looking forward to what's going to happen in 2020. Because it's all part of the confidence that you have, and it actually exudes from you. It fills your energy field and your energy ball, and people can pick up on it in a nonverbal way. They can tell if you're successful. They can tell if you're happy. They can tell if you're at peace and if you're calm and if life has been good. This isn't something you can fake, and I do not suggest you attempt to fake it, because that comes across as well, and then people feel insincerity. That's not what this club is about. This club is about being sincere, and it's about being authentic, it's about being real, and it's about finding the very best you that you can be and you can become. And it's a constant growth period. And I will tell you that we've added some things to your benefits. We've reinstituted a member development series, and actually since last week, as a response to you, we've added a tab. Once you log in on your membership site, there is a tab that says Member Development, which you can click on, and each week we will be adding new training modules. Yes, brand new training modules, regardless of your level, to this club. They'll be delivered by Blaine Athorn, by Dr. Ted, by myself, by Lee, by other Gen members, by interviews. We have so many things coming for you and so many ways to share the successes of Gen and ways that people have applied this. So it's just not theory. These things actually work. These things actually happen. This is how people grow. This is how they expand. This is how they become bigger. It's been all of our theme through 2019. To become more, to imagine more, to grow more. And it's happening. And we're seeing that not only in growth financially and spiritually and growth in relationships. We've actually came up with a program, and Blaine authored much of this to be able to give you an opportunity to simply share this club and be financially rewarded for it. It not only becomes free, you actually make money being in gin. What a great concept to be exposed to these people. You see, it's not just the materials you get online, it's coming to the events. As we get to year end, so many things are available to you. Maybe you haven't given to your charities yet. Be sure and do that. Give. The more you give, the more you get. It's just a universal law. Maybe you want to invest in yourself. Maybe you want to upgrade. Many of these things, for most of us here in the United States, these things are deductible because they're a business expense. Go ahead and book your event to come to Cabo. Book your rooms. Upgrade to another level so that you're ready for the next level that happens. I'm telling you, it will be a very good idea. Let's just say I suggest and recommend that you begin that upgrade process because we have some great rewards for you. 2020 is our year. We are going to go into 2020 with the perfect vision of how you can grow and how you can win, how every single person in this club can grow and win. And today, I want to talk a little bit about number 9 on our list, which is confidence. You see, confidence, as defined in the dictionary, is a feeling of belief to rely on someone or something or to develop a trust. You see, that can be in someone or something. It can also be that someone can be you, and it can be self-confidence. Because when you become self-confident, you see, there's such a difference in self-confidence and arrogance. We've all been exposed to those people who, quote, know it all, or at least they're convinced they know it all. And it doesn't take very long to realize just how little they actually know. There's a difference in that and a calmness and a power that comes with the pause and the experience of confidence. It's an incredibly powerful tool when utilized properly. It's not egotistical, it's confidence. It's being sure of who you are and being sure of knowing something, not just knowing about something. You see, once you begin to develop this, the very feeling itself of confidence, it creates and it sustains magnetic harmony. This is part of one of these lessons. I'm telling you, this lesson is so powerful. I'm going to break it into 2 parts because there are some action steps that I desire to give you, and there's too much of it to do in a single update. So we're going to be on confident for this week and next. I will tell you that the opposite of this, sometimes you have to know what you don't want to know what you do want. We've all experienced that. The non-confidence part of this can be people who are shy or who are timid or who are bashful, or who do not move forward because they have the fear of failure. All of those things are stored in your field, and all of those things are emanated in your energy ball and in your non-conscious and your subconscious confidence and in your subconscious being, and this is what you radiate to people. This is the message that you lead. And so someone who does not have any confidence, it's hard to sell someone else on being confident. It's like being a good salesman. You have to utilize your product because you have to believe in your product in order to authentically endorse it. You see, it's really more of an endorsement than it is a sale. When you believe in it, when you own it, and when you utilize it, and when you can experience and share success stories by applying the principles that we talk about in this club, once you do that, you become very believable. And it becomes infectious, and people say, well, how do I get that? How do I do that? How can I be involved with that? Well, this sponsoring bonus allows you to, for $245, get people to join this club. That's waiving half of the join fee, and all of that money that comes in goes to the sponsor, and then they simply have to pay $150 a month for the next 12 months to gain access to world-class, life-changing information. Begin this conversation with confidence, with a knowingness. If you've been to events, you've seen it in action. You see how it works. You feel it. You see, confidence is something that is felt. It's something that fulfills your heart space. It's where you come from. It's your come from. It's who you are. It's very, very powerful. You see, this confidence can be applied toward things or to other people or to events or to yourself. Those are different categories, and we'll go deeper into those as we move on in other trainings. Think about that. This applies to certain things, and it applies to other people, and it applies to events. Are you confident walking into a room? Or do you kind of just sheepishly go in and stand over in the corner until you are forced to be involved? It's a matter of confidence. And do you have self-confidence? Do you believe in who you are? Do you believe in who you are? And better yet, do you believe in who you can become? Because then it's just a matter of getting a plan and executing the plan. You just simply have to go along with the plan. And we have a plan and we have a system for you to be able to win. I will tell you that when people come from a feeling of fear, when they come from distrust, when they come from not knowing, that is emanated and projected as well. You see, all of these things are unspoken. They're nonverbal. You've had these feelings when you've walked into a room with two people who are having a conversation. You can feel their energy. You can feel whether it's a loving, inviting, boy, I can't wait to get involved in this conversation, or the other ones are like, whoa, I wish I hadn't opened that door. I wish I hadn't have stepped in. I should have just opened the door and looked in. I would have known not to step into the room because now I'm in an environment that I wish I wasn't in. You don't even have to hear what they're saying. You simply feel the energy. There are phrases to describe it. It was so thick you could have cut it with a knife. I mean, these are things that are real. These are things that are scientific. These are things that occur in your life, or at least you know someone that this has occurred in their life. You see, as you begin to work on your confidence, because confidence is something that's built upon. Confidence is, people just aren't necessarily born with a huge sense of confidence. Confidence comes from experience. It can be acquired. It's learned. It's something that you build upon. It's something that you work on. It's something that you celebrate the wins. And the way you develop that confidence is that every time you have a win, regardless of how small and infinitesimal it seems at the time, it is a win. Celebrate the win. It's the feeling of the celebration of the win that brings more feeling of celebration of wins into your future, regardless of the magnitude of the win. You see, it's about getting your etheric magnetism. It's getting your cells and your body to vibrate at a frequency which raises to a level that attracts other people who are at that frequency and want to go further. This is how it works. It's all part of that law of attraction, which we'll spend more time on. You know, as you go through life, I don't know of anyone who just started off in life and became instantly successful and never had a failure, never made a mistake. They don't tend to talk about those mistakes as much as they do their successes. Yet there have been mistakes and there have been challenges. They refer to them as problems. There have been challenges. We refer to them as opportunities. Because if you learn from your mistakes, they're simply a learning tool. They're simply a building block for you to build upon. You know what doesn't work. Don't do that anymore. Don't make the mistake over and over and over and over and over and over again and wonder why you're not happy, why you're not successful, why you're not confident. It's because you keep making the same mistake. Learn from your past. It is a great teacher, and it's your past. It's your past. Learn from your mistakes so that you can own your successes. I will tell you, there was a great line in this series. It talked about mistakes. You want to begin to minimize them, but realize that they are a part of your life's capital stock. I thought that was a great analogy. They're a part of who you are. They're a part of what built your foundation. Own them. Take responsibility for them. These are all saying the same things. Don't dwell on them. Don't magnify them. Don't replicate them. Don't do them over and over. Learn from them. Move forward. I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things, a couple of exercises as you begin to wind down this year and wind up your life. On a daily basis, recall the daily successes, realizing that you did your best. If you didn't do your best tomorrow. You can only accomplish success by doing your best. Do your best, celebrate the win. On a weekly basis, recall the successes of your life. Recall the feeling you had at the time of those successes. Maybe it's when you got a raise. Maybe it's when you graduated from school. Maybe it's when you graduated from college. Maybe it's when you got married. Maybe it's when you had children. Maybe it's when they got old enough to leave the house. Whatever you feel your successes are. Maybe it's when they got off the payroll. Whatever your successes are, celebrate those and do that on a weekly basis. Don't just put them in a box and put them in the garage. Revisit them on a weekly basis. And frequently think about the different occasions in your life where you experienced success. The different causes of why and how you accomplished that success. What were the circumstances? What were the situation? Who were the people you were around? Who were you listening to at that time? What opportunities did you take advantage of? Did you take action on to allow you to do that? What were the conditions that you were in? What were the laws of the universe that you were flowing in congruency with? And better yet, what were the results? Focus on those results, because results are part of keeping score. And once you begin to keep score and you monitor and you check and you recheck and you verify and you understand what works and you do more of that and you understand what doesn't work statistically and you just do less of that and you do something else. Results. Your life is about results. Your results. Not comparing your results to others. Your results. Reinforce the subconscious mind with very clear thought, the things that have worked in your life. Because then what happens, it spills over into the conscious mind and it becomes a part of your daily life without you consciously thinking about it, because now it's in your etheric energy field. It's part of who you are. It's you. Eliminate the fear waves. When fear comes on you, immediately cover that, smother that with something positive that happened in your life, with a lesson of the last time when you were fearful and you overcame it. Because everyone has overcome some type of fear at some point in their life. Now I'm going to give you 3 things that I want you to do. I want you to begin your day with 1 minute of a relaxed breathing and stretching exercise. It's very simple to do. I want you to get in a comfortable position, relax, begin to take in deep breaths, and begin to think about, to visualize stretching muscle groups, stretching your arms, stretching your legs, stretching your back. Get some movement. This only takes a minute. This is not a long process. And once you do that, you see, you're mentally engaging something, you're physically in a breathing aspect, with breath, an incredible healing tool. And thirdly, you actually physically stretch the joints. The body is intended and meant to move. And when you do that, then it will put you into a calming state. And I want you to spend 5 minutes thinking about various affirmations. I'll give you a couple of suggestions. I am absorbing and saturating myself with magnetic forces. You see, I'm in tune with source, whatever you define source as. Maybe you want to say, I belong to success. Maybe you just want to say, I am success. Maybe you say, I am successful. I'm full of success. Find something positive and just state it over and over and over quietly in your mind as you're relaxing in this calm area. Maybe you're already meditating and you do something like this. This is just a simple beginning way to get involved, to reinforce your confidence, which leads to the power for success. This is how it all ties together. And this is just the 9th principle of 12 that we're going to go through. I've gone through others, and if maybe this is your first week to watch this, go back and listen to previous weeks, because we covered the first 8 in this listing on these updates, one at a time. It is my desire that you begin to feel this in your heart region. Feel it inside you. You know, people don't say, feel it in your head. They say, think it in your head. Think it in your mind. Feel it in your heart. Embody this. Embody this principle of confidence, regardless of where you start. Embody the success and the confidence. Project it. Project it outward. When you talk, don't talk from a timid, shy, intimidated voice. Project it with confidence. This isn't scream and yell and intimidate and berate people. This is coming from a confident place, from a place of your inner power. Most people, when they begin to talk or they do something they're uncomfortable with, they tend to talk faster. Slow down. Let the world come to you. The power's in the pause. The power is in the pause of your life. I will tell you that as you begin to make these course corrections in life and build this confidence, it is imperative that you have real expectations. You see, this is one of the greatest mistakes that people make, is that they set their expectations at an unrealistic level. Then they can't accomplish those expectations in a period of time that they deem is right or correct. Therefore, they put themselves into a failure mode, and they have a fear of even designing or developing a goal or a dream, because they've beaten themselves up or they've been beat up by other people in their dream world. They've lost their dream. They have succumbed to the naysayers and the dream stealers. I'm telling you, your dreams are alive. If you ever had the dream, it still lives. It still resides inside of you. And the moment, the instantaneous moment that you choose to move forward in your life with confidence and reestablishing your dream, maybe it's a little different than it was. That's fine. Life is different in increments. It's different for me at 60 than it was at 25. My dreams are different. My goals, my desires, lots of things are different in my life. I've been very fortunate to accomplish many of those things along the way. I'm telling you, if you ever had a dream, that dream still resides inside of you. In closing today, I guess my advice would be to not compare yourself to others from a confidence or a success standpoint. Remember, this series is about the power of success. How do you lead a successful life? Do not compare yourself to others, because that's their life. Maybe those are their dreams. Maybe those are their failures. What happens, the human tendency is we tend to magnify other people's success and say, oh, they did this and they did that and they accomplished this and they accomplished that. And we tend to minimize our own successes. And I'm telling you, your success is your defined success. Set a real expectation. Set a timeline. Study the Success Mastery course. It is the fastest way I know of on this planet to achieve success. Study the Success Mastery course. Determine what success is for you, not anyone else, not anyone else's definition. It's none of their business. It's your success. I hope you have a spectacular holiday season. I'm Dr. Tom. I'll talk to you next week.